we're going to be looking at the top players in the game under the age of 25. As we have mentioned on this program this week, we are undergoing an historic influx of great young players, looking at likely Hall of Famers at the top end. But who else might emerge? Let's do a little digging in. We have, and the game has, rightly focused on the great young players who are great already. Fernando Tatis Jr., Juan Soto, and Ronald Acuna Jr., three of the best players under 22 in the history of the game. Just below Mike Trout, but ahead of even Bryce Harper. But there's more out there, under 25 and ready to shine. Start with the blue chippers on the White Sox, Eloy Jimenez and Luis Robert. Jimenez has played 2 seasons. He's slugged over 500 in both of them, slugging a healthy .559 in his age 23 season. In just over 700 plate appearances, he has 45 home runs. His teammate broke in just last year, and Luis Robert was slugging .586 over his first 36 games before sliding down to about league average hitting overall by the end of the year. But his barrel percentage was elite in the 85th percentile, and Robert plays center field and was +8 in defensive runs saved. That's in a 2-month season. Going into his age 23 year, Robert could be a first-tier star this year. Tony Larussa just got back to the White Sox. Here's his first take.
I'll give you one example. I saw Frank Thomas this offseason, and he told me, "You heard of 5-tool players?" I said, "Sure." He says, "Luis is a 6-tool player." I thought, nah, and I'm watching. I say, "Yeah, I could see he's got another gear or level he goes to." I know Luis can run, can hit a mile, and can play great defense. And those are Mike Trout type talents.
That's the level we're talking about, and that's Hall of Famers are recognizing that, the big hurt in Tony LaRussa. Next category, players who were already stars, but who took a hit last year. Neither would make the top 10 at their own position in our Top 10 Right Now series this winter. That's Rotores and Rafael Devers. I know what you're saying, but yeah, no, they're still only both 24. Both are off of mediocre, but not terrible years. But it was a strange season, right? Torres has a career OPS plus of 122, playing shortstop and second base. He's been a 3 to 4 win player at 21 and 22 years of age. That's usually a guy who becomes a great player. Devers took a step back last year, but in 2019, he led the majors in total bases and led the American League in doubles. He slugged .555 and had a 5-win season at the age of 22. Again, that's usually a player who becomes a big star. Both of these guys could be in the top tier by this summer. Then there's the Blue Jays category. Beau, Bashet, and Biggio, Biggio's a bit older at 26 now, have turned out to be outstanding young players and players with a polish. Plate discipline, field awareness, everything. They're just good players. But remember the one everyone was so excited about on the Blue Jays? Not those two guys. Yeah, it was Vlad Guerrero Jr. Boy, we forget soon. His dad played too, I think. And Vlad was rightly taking a hit because of his weight and him not performing like the #1 prospect he was. But you know what? Last year, in his age 21 season, he played all 60 games, slugged .462. His OPS plus was 115. That's what Cody Bellinger and Christian Yelich did. He's also in the 93rd percentile in exit velocity and hard hit percentage. He's going to be 22. There's plenty of time for Vlad Guerrero Jr. And then there's the category for the under 25 crowd, the small sample-sized star. And for these guys, we just don't know. Take a look at the numbers for Cabrian Hayes of the Pirates, Alec Bohm of the Phillies, and Trent Grisham of the Padres. Hayes is off the chart, 442 on base, 682 slugging. Now, there's a huge differential between his slugging and his expected slugging, given the quality of contact. So there's some luck involved there. But his hard hit percentage was 9th in the majors last season at over 55%. And Bohm was a 400 on base, 481 slugging, a 139 weighted runs created plus, which is top 5 at third base, which is a loaded position. And Trent Grisham, hitting numbers were good, but his defense is top notch, +7 in defensive runs saved in center field, which made him the major league leader in WAR among center fielders, above Mike Trout and Ronald Acuna. Sprint speed is elite. Hitting went next level. A 6-win season looks possible, and that puts him among the elite.